Ask you your last comment there. So you do believe that a game like this can actually pay off maybe later in the same tournament?
Oh yeah, I mean we had to learn some things today, guys. We did not do the things we needed to do. You know, at the end we were switching five, and we just didn't do it. And maybe that was poor coaching because we haven't worked on it that much. You know, you just kind of figure you had some veteran guys in there at the time. We didn't handle some situations very well. You know, I think we lost a little bit of our composure a couple of times, and I do think it's good now that it's over, you know, because that's all part of growing up and part of learning, and yet at the same time, boy, bouncing back, watching Keith do what he did, and seeing guys execute like they did was big too.
What kind of shot like Keith hit do for his confidence a little bit, which may have been waning here late in the season?
Well, I think he can do a lot. You know, I told him before the game, you know, that he's got to play well. I mean, you can't win much without your quarterback playing well. You can act like Day-Day can cover the world, but you know, Keith's got his hands on the ball a lot more than Day-Day does, and so your quarterback's got to play well, and he's usually got to defend some of the best people. And you know, you look ahead to next week, if our quarterback isn't playing well, they're going to press us right off the floor, you know, and that's that kid is quicker than grease lightning. So you know, it's Keith. It's very important, and it's very important that Travis gets better. You know, I just thought our freshman took some hits tonight, and yet that's going to make them better for next week. They're going to understand what being in a fist fight is, because that was a fist fight.
Remind you of Walton 2 years ago in USA a little bit, that zone, they kept kind of giving him the shots?
Yeah, it did. You know, hopefully he can do that again against the same team.
What kind of talk did Draymond give at halftime? He said it was a little bit aggressive, a little insightful. He got at the guys a little bit.
You know, as coaches, we always preach to seniors that this is your last hurrah, you know, and you know, spill it. Don't leave anything on the floor. And you know, nobody believes it, and nobody understands it. I mean, we all go through it. That's what life's all about, you know, going through something. And it's nice to know when you can make adjustments before it's over, you know, and that's what he did tonight. You know, it was half over, and he felt it slipping a little bit, and so I guess I wasn't in there then, but he did what you're supposed to do as a captain. You challenge people, and you know what? You've earned the respect and the right to challenge people if you've done your job for a year or two. And I'm telling you, when you can get players to do it, it hits home a little differently. So he challenged some guys, but Draymond challenged his guys a lot of times. It's just that it was a little more critical this game.
How tough was that shot he hit? I mean, that was a pull-up, the shot when you're up 2, before the Appling 3.
Was it the 3 or the 2?
It was a long 2, but he pulled up. I mean, it really kind of off balance. I mean, hitting a shot like that, that's...
I thought that one was tough, and I thought the one where he went off one foot was kind of tough, you know. But we talked about it in the huddles. You know, I thought our guys really executed well out of the timeouts. That's why I said if we had 20 timeouts, we'd win the national championship maybe, you know. But we got to learn to do that now on the floor, and that's where Keith has to become even a better leader. And those were tough shots, and had the right guy taking them.
You talked about this being a fist fight, and Draymond has a cut underneath his eye, and Austin was, you know, obviously hit pretty hard too, but you guys found a way to respond.
We did, you know, and you'd think we'd handle it a little better. If you ever saw a game where we missed Brandon Dawson, it was this game. You know, Evans threw us around in there in the block like we were puppets, you know, I thought. And I don't mean that wrongly, I just mean he was more physical. And, you know, we had freshmen on him, we had little guards on him. We needed Brandon Dawson to sit down there on him. So this was a game we really missed Brandon Dawson. But at the same time, down the stretch, those freshmen grew up a little bit more, you know. We made some mistakes, you know, sucking in on the penetration, kick out for threes. They hit 2 of them. And I got to say, I got to take more blame for that, because maybe we didn't harp on that enough. You know, it's not something you just harp on in the huddle. You're supposed to harp on it in practice. And with those freshmen and with the change of Brandon Dawson, it's not something we've worked on a lot. So coaches will get better, players will get better because of a great game they played, and they did play a hell of a game.